This is a typical cattle rubbing stone, or in Scotland, a Clawin Post. This one lies just outside the village of Dunlop in East Ayrshire. Stones like this were put into the newly created fields following the enclosure of the land in the early 18th and 19th centuries. Farmers put them here so that the cattle, strong, heavy animals, wouldn't damage the shredding posts and the fields' hedges. You can usually tell them apart from standing stones because they have the typical quarried appearance. Sometimes they even have the marks of the quarrymen's drills on them. On other occasions it's far more difficult to tell whether they are megaliths, menhirs then, standing stones, or whether they are of a less important origin. Indeed, some of the standing stones have been known to have survived because they've taken on this secondary function of use to the farmer rather than being ripped out. Although nowadays very few do survive because they are frequently in the way of modern farm vehicles. Another way of telling them they are a cattle rubbing post is the churned up ground around them. The fact that what should be sharp edges are smoothed by the action of the cattle over the years rubbing against it. And also the darkened appearance where the various oils from the cattle's skin and hair has been affected by bacterial action, possible fungal action, given this dark, blackish stain. Typical appearance, don't take up much ground, but they're tall enough to be of use to the cattle. Also, they have to be strongly dug into the ground, so maybe about a third of the length will be in the ground, possibly packed as well with stones, because they're so easily knocked over. In fact, some of the megaliths have been damaged by cattle, and you often find that standing stones are fenced off if they're in a field. So at one time very common, but nowadays increasingly rare. This particular example is of a slightly unusual shape. So this one's more difficult to tell whether it has an origin as a menhir or has simply been quarried. You often see them being used as perches as well for birds of prey.